It's it. Oscillon managed to dodge the best player in the world, Jesse, by mere minutes. Just minutes. Right, boys. I've got 5 options for you, so listen carefully before you vote. If you want the new Starbase, that's 1. If you want the new Wasteland, that's 2. If you want DFH Day, that's 3. If you want Champions Field Day, that's 4. And if you want Manfield Snowy, 5. Go! Oh my goodness, this is hard. Why is the chat moving so fast? Oh, we gotta do a straw poll. That's way too fast. Oh my goodness, that's way too many votes. Stop. Okay, improve spam protection. What does this do? Oh, no, forget that. Okay, create poll. Okay, boys. I'm counting on you. Right, 187 votes. We're gonna stop this at 250 votes. Whenever we see 250 votes. I don't think it's going to be a comeback for DFH Day. We might even stop this early because the comeback won't be possible. Yeah, 200 votes. That's gonna. Yeah, but we're just gonna. That's it. That's it, boys. Like 43-64. It's just the gap's only getting bigger. That's GG. GG. The clear winner was the Manfield Snowy by an absolute mile. Hopefully we don't lag because I really don't want that to be the case. But hey, 2 back-to-back 1v1s. Is this an old Johnny Boy stream when he actually used to cast and make content that people wanted to see? Well, they say they want to see it, but then they don't watch it as much as my dumb videos on YouTube, which apparently get way more views because they're dumb. But Chausette is back. We just saw his teammate Farah get crushed by another Batmobile player, Fairy Peak. Now we got Oscillon, who I've never seen play the Batmobile before, going up against one of the players who was initially, when Rocket League first came out, one of the first players to rise and challenge the likes of Marky, Pashy, Scrub, and give them a run for his money. Probably the first player to beat Marky in a series, very early days in Rocket League. Oh, that's a bar down and out. Chausette should have been in the lead here, but he has beamed it. Oscillon trying to get used to the new Batmobile. How's he going to do? So far, not so good because he had to drop the ball, but he's done well from the deck anyway. He had to drop this because he didn't have enough boost to flick it. It was in the front of his car and he knew that if he flicked it would have just fallen. But he adapted well, picked up 12 boost, slammed it at the bottom left. Bottom left if you're looking at it from Chausette's perspective. Aval director mode sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's decent, but it's not as good as a good cameraman, in my opinion. A good cameraman will always be superior to director mode for the time being. Because little things like that, we wouldn't have picked up on that really smart move by Oscillon in director mode. What he did there is he realized that he wasn't able to see what Chausette was doing, so he turned on ball cam briefly, because at that moment the camera swung to the left and he was able to see around the ball and see what Chausette was doing. So it's one of those really subtle moments where turning on ball cam, even though he was dribbling, was an advantage because it gave him more information than just leaving it off. So very smart play by him. Wouldn't have been picked up by the director. Chausette, kickoff goal. Keeping things interesting. However, pre-kickoff, it is sometimes quite annoying. I can see that, why some people are very annoyed by the constant camera flicking that some players are obsessed with. But of course that can be solved by just really quickly putting on the auto cam for the kickoff. Is your sub showing up? Oh, it did. Sorry, the Dong Gaido. I'm really sorry for not. Thank you for that one. I am thankful for that prime sub. I was distracted momentarily. Good save by Oscillon. We saw a glimpse of the see-through post there. Probably my favorite change in the recent patch is that posts are now see-through. We're going to be seeing a whole host of complaints on Reddit of, I wish they brought the posts back because I drove into the post by accident because I couldn't see it. Bring back the visible posts. I can still see them right now. What on earth? Chausette going for a stall kickoff. I'm not sure if I'm a fan. As he's almost certainly going to beat his recovery time, and Oscillon will punish with an easy bottom right boomer. Oscillon off to a great start here. It's just the day off the Batmobile. The day off the Batmobile today. You can turn them on as an option. True. This is true. It's an optional function. People are still going to complain. They're always going to complain. I'm a big fan. I think the percentage of people who are going to deliberately turn on optional or turn on the visible goalposts as opposed to transparent will be very low. Chausette completely beating the clear should give Oscillon a bigger lead, but in fact Oscillon flops the shot. Chausette has low boost. No boost, in fact. Has to concede possession. He was dribbling the ball straight between the boost pads. It's a good first touch by Oscillon. He's going to decide to come out of that air dribble though. Despite the fact that he got into position. What on earth is this engine sound for Oscillon? Has he changed his engine sound away from the usual Batmobile? Not sure if he has. I think he did. Rustall Yum, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, I think Oscillon has changed his car engine sound on the Batmobile. I'm not sure if there's something legal there. Are Psionics going to get in trouble because they're allowing people to change the sound of the Batmobile? The lawyers who, you know, wrote it's copyrighted, that's the normal Batmobile. And really, this is just the normal Batmobile, seriously, because I was thinking there must be some copyright issues with that, because, of course, including the Batmobile in a game, it's got to go through a ton of paperwork to get something like that done. Oscillon not going for the ceiling shot, he's instead just coming off the wall. Chausette will easily swat this aside. This is something that we're very used to seeing from Oscillon. Loves to dribble the ball back into his own corner, and I'm a big fan as well. Keeping control of the possession, never being afraid to turn his back to his opponent as long as he has the ball with him. He's looking pretty good in the 50-50 as well, which is impressive because a lot of Octane players, when they switch to Batmobile, they start beating 50-50s by entering them a little bit too low. One tip I would have for you is if you are struggling to hit your 50-50s on a flat car and you're used to playing a taller car, like the Octane, then try reducing your camera height by 10. What that'll do is it'll lower your perspective by 10, and then as a result you're usually jumping higher to compensate for your lower perspective, because then you're entering the 50-50 at about the same height that you're usually entering from your eyes point of view. And you know, you can flip that if you're going from a tall car to, from a tall car to a flat car. No, from a flat car to a tall car. Just raise your camera height by 10. Chausette says what? As he does not understand what he has done. It looks like he just dodged the wrong way, in fact. I don't know why he's confused. He just dodged away from the ball. Batmobile Oscillon, though. Off to a flying start. This is looking very clean. Oscillon, of course, the slightly higher rated player of the two. I think he finished off top 15 in 1v1. And Chausette, something more like 40th. Oh, booming the bar, though, from close range. Look at him go. Gets the rebound anyway. What a play. Of course, there's no way that he meant to do this, but look how far he had to fly out and getting this touch as early as he did. Well played to get the easy rebound off the back of the huge beam play. Chausette looks like he might be in trouble though. Will he be able to rally from a crushing Game 1 defeat? I'm sure he won't be too bothered. Like I said in the last match, which we saw Farah lose, with how well these guys are doing in RLCS, Farah, Chausette and Bluey. Not much is going to get them down, I'm sure. And Oscillon with a great recovery out of a full up to 180 backflip flick. Chausette not quite done yet, but I think with this shot going wide, that will be GG. It was already going to be a ridiculous comeback. I've seen Devo make 5 goals in a minute against Fairy Peak before, but getting 6 in half is not going to be possible. Oscillon looking way too in control. This has been a 16 shots to 5 game. Rebound alert, never mind, backflip alert. And Chausette's going to have to make some big changes going into the next game. Very big changes. I don't know how he's going to get Oscillon off the ball, because Oscillon's ball control has just looked so clean. You would think he's a Batmobile main. And Oscillon's getting wide open net on the ceiling shot. Clean finish regardless. On 0 seconds, as Chausette was also making a ceiling play. Could have made connection, his line wasn't bad. But he did miss. An 8-2 turns into 9-2. That's probably my favorite of the little banners, if I had to pick one. The one that Oscillon's using there.
What shall we name our child?
Oh, is that
Sparkle
a 9-month
Boy?
resub right there?
Pony Nose?
I think Pony Nose is better than Sparkle Boy, in my opinion. What do you think? Spony, Bony Nose, or Sparkle Boy? Either way, thanks for the 9 months, Sparkle Pony. I do appreciate that a lot. Welcome back. Shame there's no 9-month badge to commemorate the babies. You only get the 3, 6, and 12-month loyalty badges on Twitch. Of course, a 24-month badge as well, but I think 15 months is the longest that anybody can be resubbed to me at the moment. We're miles away from the 24-month resub. I'm not sure if Oscillon tried to go for a wall bump there onto Oscillon, or Chausette tried to go for a wall bump onto Oscillon. He may have done. Oscillon takes an extremely wide line, but not quite too wide. Tried to dip low into an upward trajectory wall shot. Ended up beating it a little bit. Didn't get the right line of approach at all. I think he was expecting the ball to be rolling further away from him than it did. Now Chausette still has to be very careful. Oscillon was looking so clean last game. That's a pre-jump from Chausette on a ball that Oscillon really didn't have much boost while he was hitting. Oh, that should really be a save by Chausette. He's completely pre-jumped in a situation where he shouldn't, and then also failed to connect with the ball in a situation he should. Another low boomer by Oscillon. Chausette off the ceiling to try and counterattack in time, and he won't quite get it because another great save by Oscillon. He realized that he had time to get the boost as well. Chausette is backwards on the wall, nearly puts a shot on target, but Oscillon knows that this is a totally safe situation, assuming he can avoid the bumps, which he can't. Chausette just clatters him twice and scores in the open net. Oscillon should easily have avoided this. He had plenty warning that Chausette was coming. Perhaps the first and the second bump should have been warning enough to dodge the third with a jump. Instead he decided to stay on the ground, perhaps not expecting to be sent so far away from the play. Good save though by Oscillon. Doesn't get the boost and gets demoed. What? How is that possible? That's really confusing. Because if Chausette picked up the boost, it must have meant that he's in front of Oscillon. But Oscillon got demoed. Is it just me, or did that demo look absolutely ridiculous? What? I need to save this replay. That looked so dumb. Chausette picked up the boost, which means that he was in front of Oscillon, and then Oscillon got demoed. Luckily it didn't lead to a goal, but that was broken. That was so dumb. Looks like there's something wrong with the demo coding after the last patch. Yeah, I swear it looked like Oscillon was demoing Chausette, and then he died. he just died. It's sometimes that happens to me sometimes, but it's usually just because I mistimed my time of approach, not because I get completely screwed over by dodgy coding. I've saved the replay, don't worry, we're definitely going to watch that after this series is done. If Chausette does win this, I think we're going to have to make it into a best of 3, just for time's sake, which is totally fine. We saw a best of 5 already today go 3-0. But Oscillon's still not done. I'm sure he should be able to make a comeback here. Well played on the backflip flick. Very, very clean setup. Chausette certainly could have put in a challenge there before he turned back and gave Oscillon enough space to make the pop. Sometimes in Rocket League you just have to man up and put in the challenge, as you're just going to screw yourself over if you let your team, or you let your opponent dribble the ball inside your box. 3-all, Oscillon right back in it. Easy kickoff goal after the dribble. Still looking like the favourite in my opinion to sweep this. Oh, that is a really bad miss. Just dropped the front end of his car a little bit too soon, and he just clutched the ball for Chausette now. Oh, has Chausette beaned this? Please no. Okay, thank goodness. So many beans. Back to back to back. Oscillon, there's no way that he should have gone up for that ball. He was still, I think, in the mindset of, I should have scored that open net, so I'm going to try and score this to rectify the situation. And of course that was not the right line of play. Very, very risky stuff. You manage Diamond, but you think it's broken. Everyone in Diamond is playing like Plats. Did Psyonix just make it really easy to get into high rank now? They just make it easy. And Oscillon, in a situation where he should be in the lead, has thrown this game away, really. Well played on that 50-50 by Chausette, though. He kind of just body blocked the ball, rather. He wasn't too concerned about... he wasn't too concerned about dodging. Just made sure to block Oscillon's clear. This is a situation where Oscillon there, notice he did pick up the boost, on his approach, and Chausette did not. Chausette prefers not to pick up the boost sometimes on this approach, which I think is a weakness. Can sometimes lead to losing the race to the ball in the aftermath. Still though, can he close out this game? He's got a long way to go, and he's been looking a little bit silly at times, this being one of them. Complete giveaway of possession from Chausette. Yeah, my chat was telling me earlier that Psyonix did change the rank distribution, so there's now going to be more Grand Champs this season, which I'm personally not a fan of, just because I like the fact that it was really hard to get Grand Champ. Oh my goodness, what a flick by Oscillon. Chausette says it's okay in the chat, because he knows there's almost no way that he could have saved this. Again, he might have just been better throwing himself into the ball and hoping to be able to take a piece of it. He didn't need to get much in the challenge for it to go well for him. Second time that he's just let Oscillon have his way inside the box. Oh, that's a great angle shot. Oscillon certainly not expecting an angle shot from that position, but that is what happened. Attempted boost steal, or at least the thought of it from Oscillon. Decides against it, because he's already had one of those situations go really badly, of course, when he went for the boost in his back corner. Instead got demoed by Chausette. Very, very weirdly. Pretty safe timing there for Oscillon to go for the boost. He knew that Chausette had followed him to the corner because he heard the dodge. This is turning into an extremely, extremely tight game. I thought Oscillon had it in the bag when that open net presented itself at 3-all. But it is Chausette who is the one with all the pressure on his opponent in the final minute. And Oscillon is really on the ropes now, and he's going to cave in. 6-5 is the score. Great setup by Chausette. Oscillon needed to do better with the clear. He got a touch, but not a good one. Yeah, there's more players in high rank apparently. Oh, I don't hate that Oscillon's going for this, but he's going to get punished for it. And that's very smart by Chausette. He's going to slow roll it a little bit. He could have obviously slow rolled that even more and made it almost impossible for Oscillon to come back. Oscillon noticed that Chausette wasn't scoring, and he was on the comeback trail. And Chausette should tie this up now. It's been a very, very messy game here, but we've finally found a 1-all situation. This would be a very big win for Chausette. He's not had the most success on stream in the past. Losing, I believe, to Cuxer and to Scrub, and also to Devo. I can't remember who else he's played. Maybe you guys can remember. Who else has Chausette played on stream? I'm sure he's played more than that, but he's lost to Cux, Scrub, and Devo before. None of those losses are losses to be ashamed of. What the demo. So we'll go check that out later. After this match, I think we can check that. Wait, are we on performance? No, that's high quality. Okay. I swear some of the snow just disappeared. Did you guys see that? Some of the snow definitely disappeared when I went to my options menu. That was weird. Anyway. Director camera, not the best in my opinion. Pokex, thanks for the host. I hope you had a good stream, man. Hope you had a good stream. Good shot by Chausette. He's managed to retain a lot of his boost as well, whereas Oscillon has not. And another good follow-up. 50-50 goes low and into the net. Well manipulated by Chausette. Threatening a pop. Instead, gets right behind the ball and dodges. Venusaur 26, what are you doing?
Name, John McDonald, age, 26.
Yep.
Height, 6 feet 0 inches.
Yes.
Location, Glasgow, Scotland.
All
streaming
factuals.
Schedule,
Streaming schedule, lul. Thanks to the 8 months, Venusaur 26. Appreciate that. Welcome back to you, my friend. Also, I'm going with the same strat that Chausette just used against him, but it was in a situation where a goal was always going to be less likely. Chausette looking a lot smarter in this game so far. He's at a minute where he hasn't done anything too risky, which is a big change from the previous 2 games. Oscillon with the aggression though. You see, Chausette really did not expect that. That was incredibly incredibly aggressive by Oscillon to just go for a demo in a situation where Chausette had the ball in his back corner. That was exceptional change of play style from Oscillon. We've not seen anything from him in the previous 2 games that would hint that that is something he's going to be doing. So very well done. Chausette's going to be back in the lead. This is why taking 50-50s in the other team's half is sometimes a bit risky. Hard dunk turns to the counter-attack into the open net. Chausette suddenly looking like the favourite. He has finished off Game 2 and started off Game 3. The stronger of the 2 players. Looking very, very solid in defense, and this is where he can be at his best, in my opinion. Chausette, a very, very defensively sound player. Always has been counter-attacking focused, even from the early days. All these younger guys seem to have such good defense. Except Flores, he's a bean. Flores is a bean in defense. Oh, good flick by Chausette. That is really well done. Exceptional timing. Of course, I only say that because I think Flores is watching. Look at how much height the side flip flick gives the ball. And the recovery time is almost instantaneous. And also safely out off Oscillon's line of approach so that Chausette can dodge any accidental bump attempts and get right back into the play. Is he going to make the same strategy again? Instead, drops the ball into a bounce dribble. Gets the boost steal. Chausette certainly could have done better there. He came out of the attack and gave Oscillon the ball without threatening the goal with a shot. But what he did wasn't the worst decision, as he didn't give Oscillon the boost, which is the one thing that he really wanted to make sure of. Again, the boost steal does come in, but he might be underestimating how much boost Oscillon has saved here. Needs to be careful not to overcommit. This has just been all Chausette. Another demo attempt, perhaps. This time Chausette takes to the wall to avoid it. You can see how difficult it is for Oscillon to get the ball off this man, who is sticking to it like glue. Finally, Oscillon does get the possession back in his favor. A great flick from the top of the Batmobile to the top of the net. I was wondering how Oscillon was going to be able to lift this. The ball so far forward on the hitbox, but look at that. He just jumps straight into it. One of the cleanest liftoffs that I've seen in a while. The ball was almost at the point of no return as it rolled forward on the Batmobile there. I don't know how he managed to get such elevation with his car without losing control of the ball. Honestly, very well done. And good line by Oscillon, picking up a lot of small boost pads, but he's given up all the boost to no avail in terms of securing the possession for himself. Chausette threatening ceiling shots, not for the first time. Feathering the boost is Oscillon. Of course, anybody who's practiced the dribbling challenge will know that feathering boost is a more gentle acceleration than using the accelerator. So if you want to make sure not to accidentally over accelerate, that is what you want to do. This time Oscillon not getting a good read on Chausette's recovery time. Going for the attempted open net shot. Oscillon carrying has been a consistent thing, and Chausette finally gets a read on that. Oscillon gets punished for not changing up his play. That is 3 attacks in a row where he's just looked for the ball carry, and they got progressively worse and worse. Well, started off great with the goal, of course. Then it got worse and worse. Turnover was the second. The third was a counter-attack and a goal. This might be Chausette's game, because it's been such a low-scoring one. And Oscillon is just an open book. Chausette once again able to read him, but he misses on the open net. That is huge. Oscillon gets away with what has been a very uncreative attack. This is going to be the ace match, by the way. I didn't tell the players, so I wasn't sure. Or because I forgot, rather. But if it did go 1-1, I was going to have to call this a best of 3, because I have to go in about 10 minutes, and I'm sure that one game could take as much as 10 minutes. Best of 5 could take 20 from here. Oscillon still needs a goal. Chausette has looked pristine. Apart from the open net miss, he's been playing very, very solid. And Oscillon doesn't have much boost to play with. He's trying to get Chausette off the ball. Low 50-50 is an Oscillon favourite, but he doesn't have enough boost to turn around. And it looks like it will be game for Chausette. He's going to dribbling challenge it in on 0 seconds. He could have won without this, of course. But GG's, Chausette takes it. And we will not have 2 PSG players losing in one day to the mighty Batmobiles. Oscillon started strong, but it was all downhill from there. And Chausette does finally get a win on stream. I think that might be his first ever series win on stream. I'm not 100% sure about that. I think he might have lost to Sebedam at some point. Did he play Sebedam? I think he did. GG's. But yeah, I'll call out GG's. I'm going to have to head off. So we won't get to see anymore. If it had gone 2-0 to Oscillon after game 2, we might have done a best of 5, because of course the reverse sweep is so unlikely. But yeah, seeing 5 games is just not something we have time for right now, unfortunately. We're going to review the demo. Yes, we are. Before we go, though, let's see this demo. When did it happen? Oh yeah, it happened... Was it sometime around here? I think it was... Yeah, so this just looks absolutely ridiculous. What? Psionics, please. What is this? It looks just as bad as it did the first time. Are you serious? Oscillon dies here? What? Are you kidding me? It looks worse when you pause it. He even bumped Chausette into the air. What is that spaghetti code? Right, if you showed this... Oh my goodness, I have to tweet this. Okay. Which one of these players is getting demoed? Yeah, I've got to screenshot this and tweet it. That's incredible. Alright. That's absolutely astonishing. Oh, I've beamed it. Wait a minute. Oh my... Timing of legends. How did I manage that? So I've got to change to this. Alt-tab. Actually, I'll go back in. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. So, we'll just take a quick screenshot of this. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, I'll go and tweet that.